I know that you say you want to lose weight, and that's important also to lose weight if you are overweight. It's also not an issue of just looks. It is an issue of health. Sometimes in a marriage, a husband has something to say about that. And sometimes, as a wife, there is offense there. What do? You want him to stop. You don't want him to say anything about it. But is that what you really want? You say yes. Well, why do you not want him to say anything? Before I answer that, though, let's go back to the losing weight issue. Do you really want to lose weight? Are you really communicating to him that you really want to lose weight? Are you talking, but yet your walk doesn't match your talk? You see, you may say, I don't want him saying anything about it, but maybe you're really not getting across to him that it's important to you. Maybe you shouldn't be dealing so much primarily with the fact that he's giving you input. You should be dealing primarily with how he sees you. Because let's face it, in the relationship originally, I can remember my wife used to be the cheerleader for the basketball team that I played on, and she always liked, hairy legs. And so she said she's going to marry a husband with hairy legs. Well, it was me. I was the one. And so therefore, I couldn't take the hairs away, but she said big hairy legs also. Guess what? The legs are no longer large and they're no longer muscular like she saw them. Now, the issue is how she saw me. That was important. Do I want to reaffirm that as long as I can by staying in shape? Well, my answer is yeah. I don't want to, later on in the marriage, hurt her picture unless it's just natural aging. Like if she said, I want, my hair to be, all of it to be on, and I have nothing to do with that, and I'm getting bald. Yes, that's another issue. But if I can keep my shape the same, if I can keep my weight the same, because that's an issue of desire, and that's the issue of will. So I want you to really examine whether or not you want to make him happy by being at the weight that makes him happy. So I want to say something to you that's very important, and that it's not about you. It's about him. In the relationship originally, that's what it's all about. It's about each other satisfying the other person's desires. It's not just, I don't care what you think. No, you didn't have that attitude originally. The other thing is, if two is better than one, and that's what marriage is all about. If two of you shall agree, it's amazing about the power of synergy. One can put 1,000 aside, an old manuscript says, really the Bible says that, two will put 10,000 to flight. You know what? If you can get your husband to be in agreement with you, you'll be 10,000 times more energized than by just shutting him up. You know why? Because you've proven that without his support, it hasn't worked. He wants it to work. He told you legitimate reasons. You don't think they're legitimate? What? Your health? Not just your looks, your health. You think that's legitimate? I think you do. Get off the defensive. You don't have to be on the defensive. Each of you are for one another. One of the strengths of marriages is that when the other can give input in areas where there could be possible offense. Do you know that he's for you? And guess what? When you think about your life, you're for him. Look at what you do for him. Clean his dirty clothes, cook for him, all those seasons, out of season, in season. You help those kids. You do everything for him. You can win in this situation. You are not a loser. You're going to be in the greatest shape of any wife. You got to think that way about yourself. Let me give you 5 little things of encouragement. I call it the alphabet for weight loss. Let me give them to you right quick. A, always see the end from the beginning. B, belief is what you need to get you started. C, courage is what you need in your hard times. D, diligence will ensure your success. E, energy is what you have to assure that you're going to get at the weight that you love. That's the beginning of my alphabet for weight loss. You're a winner.